Hi, it's time for episode 2 of this series, and I'm actually going to tell you already, in episode 3, I'm going to build the first skyscraper, and I'm telling that right now, just to tease you guys, because I'm so mean, and I'm not actually going to build a skyscraper in this video yet, but I'm going to build this building, which is still pretty cool. I don't know, I kind of like this building. Actually, this is the high glass E building that you probably saw already on the thumbnails of the first videos, because I decided to take thumbnails of things that I've already made, which is really stupid, but it looks good, so whatever. So, basically, like every single building in this city, I just need to come up on the spot with the design of this. So I figured, I'm just gonna do some glass shenanigans on the sides and then add some like brick walls in the middle with windows, and hopefully it'll look good. And I guess it kind of turned out into somewhat of a decent building. I don't know, when it comes to modern office buildings, you can just, well, realistically speaking, you can just make it either entirely out of glass or just brick walls with windows, but I just really like to mix it up, because especially in Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, since the textures and graphics aren't all that great, I do want some mixture going on, so definitely recommend just using the brick walls and just the glass as well. I don't know, I just really like the look of it, and I think I had some fun actually experimenting with different things, because obviously there are some details on buildings which you should really pay attention to, and those details are the things on the sides and on the top and on the bottom. So basically, like these cornerstones right here, just the things that you put on the sides of the walls, they don't really make a difference to the shape or entire look of a building, but it just makes a very small difference with, well, considering how small the details are. And another important, well, thing like that is also the border that you add on top of the building, and I think I actually got quite a funny border for this building. Now, of course, these windows on the sides is just very simple, and this building entirely is just a very simple structure, really. It's just some brick stuff in the middle with some glass on the sides, and that's pretty much it. It's not even as detailed as the first building. I definitely need to kind of do some more detailed stuff. Now here I was messing with like all of these colors, and then I figured, no, the building is too white, so I just decided to add some brick walls, and that actually really worked. But I don't know why, but I just really love adding those little accents, like the aqua accents that I've added in this building. I don't know why, but as you can see, that building on the front where I'm doing the planters right now has the red accents, and I just feel like accents like that really make details and the building as a whole stand out more. And here is once again me messing with fucking stuff that I need to put in planters, because that's always, I don't know, it just sometimes bothers me. It's such a hassle sometimes. And then there's the top of the building, of which I at first figured I would make that high, but then I didn't have any glass on top of it, so I made it 1 inch lower, so I could actually have some glass on top of it too, because it just looked kind of terrible. And now I feel like it's okay. The only problem that I have with that building, while I'm starting on a new one already, is the fact that from the sides it looks really good, so the narrow sides, but from the front, where it's a lot wider, it's maybe a bit too boring. Now this building obviously is just very simple. It's inspired actually by the neoclassical Dutch buildings, which have the brick walls and the white stuff going on, just like American buildings do, but this is slightly more Dutch neoclassicism. I don't exactly know where the difference is, but it's mainly there in the roof and the general shape of the building, the way that you have the pediments and all that, and the pillars, of course, or pilasters rather, on the sides. I don't know, I just really like classical buildings, so even though this is a modern series, I still find myself building them. And of course, I'm still overusing this door every damn time. I still do that, I'm sorry about that, but it's just such an awesome door. And I actually really like this building. I don't know if anybody from Holland can really recognize it, but it's kind of like the neoclassical buildings that you have in many of the big cities. And then I think I messed around with those trim fences, but they never really came out well, so I just decided to discard that idea altogether, because damn, it just looked terrible. And then I tried to make the street red and accidentally ended up making that building red, and well, not really red, I don't even know what you call that color. I'm not that good at colors, but yeah, I think I like the streets like this. It adds a bit of color, but it's not too bright or too weird for a street. And speaking of streets, I definitely want to lay out a simple plan of the city, so I just decided to go with the American way of doing things, straight everywhere, but I did want to add some turns, or at least not make everything a grid pattern, so that's why I decided to at least add some variation in there. And yeah, it's time for off-topic rant, because I don't even know why Americans do that like straight square street pattern. I don't like it. I just it's so damn boring. But it's handy for Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 because it really makes my job easy, because Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 has a grid and all that. So I'm not going to complain about that. But anyway, in the next episode, I'm going to do that awesome skyscraper at the end of the road. So see you then, guys.